Please welcome Mark Dandy.
Right. Just so you know, I'm going to be doing my London set here today, but because we're in Edinburgh, the city of comedy, I'm going to make some tweaks and some changes. So, you right, Edinburgh? Hello? Hello. It's the tweaks and changes out of the way. It's easy, isn't it? So, Gary Glitter's back in the UK. He's going to bring out an album. In a press conference statement yesterday, he said he's once again looking forward to being able to release onto a younger generation. Just his music. Oh God, 8 more minutes of this. I don't know if you've gotten where you are. I live in Shepherd's Bush in West London. We have quite a bad problem with tramps. They sit outside hostels from 6 in the morning till 12 at night. Drinking, I don't know, I get them a shift, sorry. I'm thinking, what stage in your life do you become one of these people? You sat in an office, age 19, thinking there must be more to life than this. Maybe I'll go travelling. And your friends take you down the pub and you go, boys, what can I do? And one of them gives you a beer, and you go, oh, I could probably do this all day, every day. And you must know the point in your life when you've turned into one of these people. When you wake up in a hostel with your trousers covered in your own piss, shit and vomit, and your first words to yourself are, it'll dry. It's alright. Does anyone remember the show Quantum Leap? Do you remember that show? I went out the other week, I had what I like to affectionately call a Quantum Leap moment. It's where you go out at 7 or 8 at night, you have a couple of beers with your friends, but you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying. Gets about 9 or 10, you have a couple more beers, but you're still in control, you still know what you're doing. Gets to about 11 o'clock, you have a sambuca. Next thing you know, it's 12 o'clock the next day. You don't know where you are, you don't know how you got there. Now, I don't mind these, it means you have fun with your friends. But from last Monday, I woke up in 1930s Alabama as a black woman. It's incredibly tricky. So I don't know what that was. So gay. Probably nerves. I've been on a few dates with a girl recently, only about 2 or 3 dates, sorry. We haven't discussed anything sexual, it's far too early. And it was the third date the other day, and we were innocently lying on my bed watching a DVD. All of a sudden I looked down, she gave me a blowjob. I do get them, thank you for that. So unbelievable. She was giving me a blowjob. Now I don't like this, because I like to know a woman's wants and a woman's needs before we embark on a sexual encounter. I mean, did she want me to come in the mouth? Did she want me to pull out and spray over her warm, grateful face? 6 more minutes. I had so many things I needed to know, so many questions I had to have answered. So I took her to the lounge, laid it all out on the plate, and she ate it off there. So. I'm so sorry. What should I tell you now that's filthy? Callum Best, he's been given a show. Have you seen Callum Best has been given a show by MTV? This is Callum Best, George Best's son. 40 days and 40 nights without having sex with a woman. This is Callum Best, who dates supermodels. He's got to go 40 days and 40 nights without having sex with a beautiful woman, and he's calling that a challenge. Right? I've spent 29 years doing exactly the same thing. And the best thing about the show, I like the tagline that MTV have come up with, which is the best is yet to come. I split up with my girlfriend recently, and my friend said, we can't believe you split up because you liked the same things and you hated the same things, you had a real special bond. And I've got to admit, we did have a special connection. We had the same parents. Which is just a cheap joke, sorry. I had to go back to my house the other day as well, and we had the most amazing night of sex. It was passionate, I was incredible. She'd tell you the same if she was still alive. But what, in the morning... Oh God. What time? 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Sex jokes, come on! It got to the morning, and I threw my shirt around. I said, would you iron that? And she said, iron your shirt? Iron your shirt? What did your last slave die of? I said, my last slave... It was syphilis. Really gets moving. So, trotted her on it. Oh God. BBC Three as well commissioned a programme a little while back. You may have seen it called Sex with Mum and Dad. Did you see this? BBC Three did a programme, Sex with Mum and Dad. I can't believe they actually made a programme out of that. Because I don't know about you, but I'm from a small village in the West Midlands, where Sex with Mum and Dad is not a TV programme. It's basically a Sunday afternoon. It's not amazing. But fucking hell. I hate how things change as well, because I went back to my village a little while back, and I remember the days when small children would walk old ladies across the road. I remember the days when strangers would meet in the street and chat for hours. I went back the other week and I literally had one foot off the train onto the platform. I was, what are you looking at, mate? What the fuck are you looking at? Do you fucking want some? Do you want me to stab you, mate? Do you fucking want some? I was like, Dad! It's been a long journey. Ideally, I'd like to go home. I saw my nan when I was there as well, and she gave me a gift voucher. She said, Mark, what are you going to spend your gift voucher on? And I said, Nan, I'm going to get a computer Wii controller. And she said, Mark, save your money. I went to the doctors the other week with a bladder infection. He gave me one. Don't know what that means. I was asking friends for advice as well on how to date women. They said, well, what you need to do is go to the dating websites. And I've never done these because I've always seen them as probably being a bit seedy. But he said, what you can do is see the lady's face, see if you're instantly attracted to her. You can see her likes, and you can see her dislikes straight away, see if you're going to be compatible and get on. And I sort of misunderstood it. I emailed this one woman and she said her likes were, I like movies, sport and going out. And I emailed back and went, I like movies, sport and going out as well, but what are your views on fisting? And apparently it's not that seedy. Right, as you may have found out from my set, I talk about sex, but I don't know if you picked that up. Did anyone pick up some sex stuff? I know, it's very subtle, isn't it? But I've been to a sex therapist, because I've got a bit of an addiction, in the same way that Michael Douglas has got it, but he actually does it all the time, and with beautiful women. But I've been to a sex therapist, and it was the first lesson the other day. And he said, right Mark, we're going to give you an activity to do for your next lesson. What you have to do is think of a word totally unrelated to sex, and come up with a story or a poem about that word, totally unrelated to sex, and bring it in. And that'll be your first stage of recovery. So I brought that for you. Thought you'd be excited. So the word I chose, don't need the microphone, sorry. The word I chose was ship. I'm going to read it to you now. I love my ship. It's big and it's all mine. Up and down my ship goes. Swaying from left to right, you know. Swaying from left to right, right to left. I need to sail my ship into port, but the dock is dry. Slowly but surely the dock gets wetter. I try to negotiate the dock gates. Slimy little buggers. Get a career, Mark. This isn't working. The tide turns. In and out of port I go. In and out. In and out. In and out of port I go. Bashing the walls. In and out. In and out. Harder and harder the sea gets. In and out. In and out. In and out of port I go. Harder and harder the sea gets. Before I finally escape from the port of doom, the ship spilling its precious cargo over two magnificent boulders on the shore. I love my ship. So I'll take that. Thank you. Very valid. Pathetic. I've got a really good friend, and I used to think he's a really nice guy, but he's got a really bad stutter. There you go, play cool. He's got a really bad stutter. I used to think he's a really, really good guy, genuine, but we went out for dinner the other week, and I found out he's very self-absorbed, very selfish, because literally all evening it was me, 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 me. Me. Should we play some sketches?
Do it
Yay!
at the end in case we don't have time, so we'll do it at the end if we have time.
We're not going to play sketches. I'll be back, Dandy. Thank you very much.